Hello, and welcome to Psychology Demystified. Today's topic focuses on relationship checkups. If you own a car, you take it for maintenance. If you are taking care of your body as you should, you have to make sure that it's working as it should be. So you're probably going for annual checkups every single year. If it's something that you invested in, then you look after it. And that should be the same for your relationship. When you take your car for a checkup, or when you go for an annual physical, it doesn't mean that something is necessarily wrong with you. You're just making sure that you're taking care of small things so that they don't become serious things down the road. And that is what you will be doing today with your relationship. You will be doing a relationship checkup just to see how you're doing, what you're doing, and what you could do more of to make sure everything is working as it should. So we're going to start by taking a short quiz to see how our relationships are doing. For this really short quiz, all you need is a yes or a no for an answer. So if you want to write down things on a paper, go for it. I will read out the questions as usual, and your job is just to check off yes or no based on whichever number I'm reading out. Number 1. I am satisfied with my physical appearance. Simply yes or no. There's no in between for this one. It's either a yes or a no. I do not engage in exercise every week. It's either a yes or a no. This one's an easy one for me. I engage in self-care activities every week, which means I make time for activities that recharge or rejuvenate me. Yes or no. I don't have the time or energy to take care of myself due to the jobs I have, my obligations at work, my relationship, and or my family. Yes or no. We, as in the people in the relationship, are able to talk through any conflicts and disagreements we may have. Yes or no. My partner and I are often not on the same page with one another, which means we're either off rhythm or not really in tune with each other, and pretty much not on the same wavelength. Yes or no? I'm on number 7 now. My partner and I communicate very well with each other. Yes or no? Number 8. Any issues or problems in our relationship or in our family do not get resolved. Yes or no? Number 9. In the past week, I have experienced sexual desire for my partner. Yes or no? Number 10. I feel disappointed, discouraged, or indifferent about sex in my relationship. Yes or no? I'm on number 11 now. I'm very comfortable telling my partner what I like, what I don't like, and what I would like more or less of when it comes to our sexual activities together. Yes or no? Moving on to number 12. I feel that my partner does not find me attractive. Yes or no? Number 13. I can be 100% myself in the relationship. Yes or no? 14. I feel like my partner does not know me very well or doesn't see me for who I am. Yes or no? 15. It feels like my partner and I are growing in the same direction and that we share the same values, same goals, and the same priorities. Yes or no? Number 16. It is best that I keep very personal things hidden from my partner. Yes or no? And that was it. 16 short questions. Now it's time to score our results. For the odd numbers, please assign 1 point next to each answer where you said yes. For the even numbered items, please assign 1 point next to the answers where you said no. When you're done, please add up these points. So what do the scores mean? It's time to interpret them. If you scored between 14 and 16, then you are aiming for the gold in the Olympics in your relationship. This score simply means that you experience a lot of satisfaction in your relationship and a lot of connection in your relationship as well. You make time for both yourself and your relationship, and you strike a good balance in terms of what your needs are and what your priorities are as a couple. If you scored a 9 to 13, you're doing okay in your relationship, but there's room for improvement. Some areas may require a little more energy and attention. Which areas are these? Keep listening. If you scored an 8 and below in this quiz, then there is trouble in paradise. But you know what? You knew that. You did. This also means that you may not feel heard or seen or understood in your relationship. There's a sense that there's a long-standing pattern of resistance and problems that keep coming up, and disappointment, and trying to organize a relationship is a little tough for you. And sometimes you do feel like you are a little stuck. So now that you know what they mean, how do you use these scores to make things better? Or how do you use these scores to know what to do next? These scores are simply meant to help you figure out which areas you need to tighten up on. So this is how things work. Now, you may not have realized while you're doing the quiz, but the quiz is actually categorized into sections of 4 questions. So there's question 1 to 4, which focuses on a specific area. There's question 5 to 8 that focuses on a specific area. 9 to 12 on a specific area, and 13 to 16 on a specific area. So, based on the block of questions, you will know which areas require attention and improvement. If you scored 2 or less in the first block of questions, meaning question 1 to 4, what it may mean is that you're just not happy with your physical appearance or your physical condition. And maybe you've never been, or it's a new thing for you. But it just pretty much means that this is an area that you're not really content with at present. It could also be a strong indicator that you just don't have time to take care of you right now. And it happens. Sometimes it's difficult to focus on just you. This also means, though, that I'm telling you that it's time to start focusing on healthy selfishness, which means take time to look out for you so that you can be the best person for your partner as well. Think of it this way, and these are not my words. I will write down whose words they are below, but I thought they were pretty powerful. And this person simply said, the only person that you can predict with 100% accuracy who will advocate for your needs is you. So, be your own personal advocate. Reserve time, take care of yourself every single week without fail. If your score of 2 or less was in the block of questions 5 to 8, this may mean that you're having a few challenges with communication and conflict resolution. And that simply means it's an area to work on. This is where you can get another couple's help to come in and help you if you're so inclined. Or if you don't want another couple to know, this is where you seek the help of a couples therapist to help you figure out how to navigate your issues and how to communicate. When some of you hear communication, all you simply think is that I'm talking about your communication skills and how you talk to people. It's not that. It's a whole combination of how patient you are, how caring you are, and how willing you are to really, really, really listen to what your partner is trying to say, and also to understand where they're coming from. When I talk about communication, it simply means hanging in there, listening to what your partner has to say, irrespective of how it comes across, being ready to just hear them out without wanting to retort, without wanting to defend yourself, and without wanting to just blow back or disappear from the whole conversation. It means staying put, staying present, and listening. If you scored 2 or less in questions 9 to 12, it simply means that right now you don't feel sexy enough and you're not as satisfied as you should be with the sex in your partnership. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you comfortable expressing what you like, what you don't like? Are you comfortable telling someone when you are uncomfortable? Are you comfortable telling someone what it is that excites you or that you might want to try? How open are you when it comes to the area of sex. And you know what? Sometimes it's not all about the sex. The question you could ask yourself is, when was the last time you kissed each other? When was the last time you hugged? When was the last time you just simply held on to each other? And if you start to think that it's something medical, as opposed to just not wanting to be in physical contact with each other, then absolutely please seek the help of a medical professional who can help with those issues and help you rediscover each other in ways that you did before you were in your committed content zone. And last but not least, having a score of 2 or less in questions 13 to 16 simply means that you are not as comfortable as you should be being you. You're not as comfortable being yourself as you should be. It could also mean that even though you are comfortable in being who you are, you're not comfortable in letting your partner in to knowing exactly who you are. This could stem from the fact that you don't believe that your partner gets you. It could also stem from the fact that you don't believe your partner knows you very well. It could also stem from the fact that you don't believe that you're growing together, and instead you feel like you're growing apart. So how do you go about even having this conversation? It has to be a sit-down conversation without any distractions, and start by having a conversation about the ways you're growing. Ask each other about the ways your partner is growing, or tell them the ways that you think that they are growing. And then see how the two of you can prioritize these things in your relationship, because that will be a good start to seeing where you're going as a couple or as partners. It is really, really important to be able to sit down and talk about your relationship goals, your relationship values, your life values, and also where each of you is headed today. Not when you first met, but today. Because you have to remember that life continues to happen, change continues to happen, and you have to figure out how to do these things together. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to be kind, because you really don't know what someone's going through. And to you, hugs and kindness always. Bye.